Justin Bieber to do this movie.
Okay.
And we have to get the book written. And
Okay.
You know what? We believe that you've already wanted to get involved and get this going. And let's take it to #1 for Canadian film, book, and most original story, and the most original child that did something incredible in this country. And that's the one person that this world needs to see about right now.
Okay. Okay, he's the one, right?
He's the one.
He's the one, like, you know, The Matrix?
Yes.
He's the one.
He's the one. And you gotta...
So when he comes back, I'm going to get a short testimony from him on film.
Right.
So he can talk, he can give his message through here
Yes.
to everybody that we're going to go see.
Right.
Do you understand?
And we have to get it done. The
He-
thing is getting it done.
Yeah, well, we are. When did we not ever get anything done? It always gets done. It just gonna get done. That's all.
Case.
You
He
get it
definitely
done
is a
by
hero
doing
for
it.
the youth.
Yeah. From this point today, you're going to see the transformation of the resurrection of Christopher Knowles.
Right.
You understand that?
Yes. I like
Christopher
that.
Knowles. We are in Sarnia, Ontario, and it's April 8th, 2011.
Perfect. Now, I just, before we get into the history a little bit, I just want to recapture some of the conversations that we had a few weeks ago. You know, we've been in contact, not that regularly, but somewhat regularly, you know.
Yeah.
And but in the last couple of weeks, I kind of sent you a note, if you remember, and I said that Christopher, I think we're going to be embarking on a new adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you a little bit about it. I said, Christopher, I think we got a chance of meeting with Justin Bieber and having you meet Justin Bieber. And as a result of that, there's something very cool that could be done. Maybe Justin playing you in your life story.
Yeah.
Or playing you in like a music video, something like what Michael Jackson did in you know,
Yeah.
one or the other.
Okay.
You know, and then your first response was, "Are you serious?"
It was.
It was kind of hard to believe, right?
Yeah, it was. I was shocked. I figured, I knew that something probably down the road was going to come involved with this, with meeting the director of Cinderella Man, Ron Howard. So hopefully that will embark in getting this film probably made too as well.
Well, let's just step back on that note with Ron Howard.
Okay.
And let's just travel back a little bit and get back to 2004. You know, yeah.
Went to the school.
When we first began the campaign, we had no idea that we were going to meet Ron Howard, but we knew we were going to meet a lot of people.
Right.
You know,
A lot of young kids.
young kids, but also celebrities, because there was a lot of celebrities coming on board that, you know,
Yes.
wanted to do things with you and all that. And midway during the campaign, after we arrived in Vancouver, we were supposed to have you throw a pitch at a Blue Jay game.
Yes.
Remember that?
I do.
So we had to stop off at my place, and I didn't know this, or nobody knew this, but they were filming right in front of my house.
Yeah.
And they were filming Cinderella Man. And then I got word that Ron Howard wanted to meet you. And we set that up.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
when
you
Tom
met him.
Came down, yeah.
Yeah, and for that whole 2 months while we were there, because you weren't there every day like I was there every day, Ron Howard wouldn't stop talking about you. You know, and he's the one who first suggested that a film should be made about your life story.
Right. Yes.
And you know, we had to get back out on the road shortly after that. We had to get to St. John's, Newfoundland to finish the rest of the campaign.
Yep.
So that didn't get lost, but because there was so much to do, we couldn't act on any of that yet, because we had a campaign to finish.
Right.
You know, and so that's how Ron Howard is involved in this.
Right.
So he knows your whole life story. He knows your history. He was there, and unfortunately, we haven't been in contact with him since.
Right.
But I'm sure that if we did get in contact with him, he would remember you in a second.
I know. Yeah.
You know, and so that's going to be part of our mission here as well.
Yeah.
To get a hold of him, to get him involved in this. The other thing is, Kris, it's something that you got to think about. You know that I finished the campaign in Washington, D.C. That was my last stop. I don't know. You've been following some of this. Okay.
Yeah, SOS the Americas, yes.
Okay, so you know I that was my last stop.
Right.
And if you've been watching some of the videos or some of the stuff there.
Yes, I have.
Okay, in every stop that I made, everywhere that I went, every single student that I talked to, and these are not just now Canadian students, these are American students, they all know about you. And the same with the media, and the same with all the politicians that I met in the States, all the governors, all the senators, just like we were meeting with premiers and you know, and other and counselors and mayors and all that. The American politicians know you as well, because they read your history, they seen how you were a part of this.
Right.
So I think my feeling is that there's going to be a time when you got to get back out on the road
Yeah.
to continue this, because you started it, really you started it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all I did was bring the torch to you.
Right.
Like this is something that is like your journey.
Right, yeah.
So one day we got to get you back out there,
I know.
so that you can finish this.
It'd be nice.
Yeah, and not only through the States, but throughout the whole world. Like we're talking about Europe, we're talking, you know, the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And the same way that you were doing it before, when you came back out on the road with me when we did SOS 4000,
Right.
you know, you would be mentoring all the students and doing your thing with them, and you know, and taking that role of leading the army.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So that day, I'm hoping, will arise as a result of this journey that we're taking to make this a book, a film, a video, music thing. You know, the whole thing. Like, what we're trying to do, Christopher, is resurrect you. And you know, these things don't happen overnight.
Right.
You know how long it took to do that Christopher's Wish. And you know, at the beginning, every time we were talking about doing your campaign, people thought we were crazy. You know, how can you take a sick boy across the country?
Yeah.
And, you know, it just, there was so many naysayers. Right. So many people saying it couldn't be done. You know, you can't do it and all this kind of stuff. There was just all kinds of challenges that we had to face.
Yeah.
But we wanted to do it, and you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So that same level of desire has to be there, and we'll get it done. Like that, there's nothing that's going to stop it. You know.
No, you're right.
So right now, as we talk, we have a whole new crew that I mean, the old people and new people are coming on, like just like all the time. You know, we always got old and new people coming on.
Right.
So we're building up, you know, screenwriters, book writers, film connecting people, publicists. We're gonna get Bobby Cotola on the team, because he's got, you know, we're gonna get George from the CBC, that Greek guy. He loves you.
George Stampanopoulos.
Yeah. You know, once we get him to know that you're doing this, he'll help. He'll do whatever he can.
Right.
You know, everybody that you've had an effect on.
Right.
We're gonna just, you know, but we want to get this book done. We want to get this so that we got materials, you know, to start handing to people, you know, and that you're going to, once again, you're going to resume where you left off, you know, and continue this thing and finish this thing. Right. So we had to make this stop here, because people want to hear it from you. that you want to do this,
Right.
you know, and so you just got to tell us that you do want to do this.
No, I am definitely willing to do it again. I really want to. I definitely, I would love to. Just takes, with lots of talking together, lots of communication, and hopefully we can get this done.
And you know, it's going to take one step at a time, just like everything. So,
Exactly.
but if your heart and your desires there, it's going to get done.
Okay.
Like, you know, we'll do it no matter what it takes.
Right.
We go back 3 steps, it doesn't matter. We're still going to move forward. You know, like so whenever it seems like it's not going to get done, then that's when we just got to put an overdrive and say, yeah, okay, it's going to get done no matter what. You know.
Yeah.
So that's how we're going to do it then.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, that's all I needed. And because I just want to include in this little piece. Okay, the torch was given anonymously, so we don't know how it appeared. It appeared, and so you know, so it was there for us to carry, and so I carried it during my campaign, and all of a sudden, I'm meeting with the Pope, and I'm passing it to the Pope, and I didn't know at the beginning when the Pope received it. What he said, but he said the words at those time, which didn't become clear to me. He said, pass the torch to the youth and they're going to inspire the world. Right. Now, I need the date when you went to the hospital, that time in June 2003.
It was June? I thought it was October then.
It could have been October. It could have been...
in October, the end of October, Halloween night.
Is that when it was?
I'm pretty sure.
Your dad phoned me and he said that your liver stopped or something, and everything looked bad.
Yeah. Like
it was the Kasai procedure or something that was done?
Yeah, the Warren shunt.
The Warren shunt.
Yeah.
Okay, it looked like we were going to lose you.
Right.
That night.
Yes.
It looks like you weren't coming out of the hospital that night. And then Billy was with me. He was with me, and I got to get this all, because this has got to go part in the book.
Right.
We were in a hotel, and then your dad phoned me, and he said somebody wants to speak to you, and it was you. Mm-hmm. And you said, and Billy was right there, am I still going to carry the torch across Canada? Yes, just getting out of your surgery or wherever you were at.
I was still in the hospital.
Okay, so that is when the Pope's face became very clear on what he said, pass the torch to the children, and that was you.
Right.
That he meant you. And that's how we started Christopher's Wish, was because after that there was no going back. Like after that, and then that's how we got it done, and as a result of you doing Christopher's Wish, that's how millions of students know about this now. That was your army of students as a result of the Pope saying, you know, and how your illness, wherever it is now, you were at the top of the waiting list when we started. Yeah. Remember your doctor came out in London? Yeah. To make that announcement, and you were at the top of the waiting list, and we all thought that you were going to get it within the next few weeks. Then all of a sudden they took you off the waiting list. Yeah. You know, and there's still no explanation to why they did that. No. You know, and the only thing we were hearing is that they were shaking their heads, wondering how all of a sudden it just went into remission. Pretty much. Yeah. So. We have to get that covered as well. But I remember somebody asked you. There was a media reporter asked you, and I'm sure we got it somewhere. How do you think this happened? And you looked at the torch and you said, "Oh, it's the torch." Right. Do you remember?
No, I do recall that.
Yeah. So the torch is yours, like it's yours to bring to the rest of the world. Like you got to, you know. Yeah. So that's. The other calling for this is to continue this journey with the torch, regardless of what happens to me, or no, it's up to you to carry this torch.
We want you to do it, Justin. Right? You can do this, Justin. You can make this happen because you have that incredible heroism in you too, because you believed in this young man.
We're looking forward to seeing you, Justin.
Thank you.
Okay.
Looking forward to seeing you too, buddy.
That's it. Beautiful. There's one thing. There's one other thing.
Yes.
When we stopped off in Stratford,
Yeah.
and it was snow. It was a blizzard. It was a blizzard. So
no one showed up.
Well, at the school, nobody showed up on the road. Nobody, remember?
No, they were in the parking lot.
They were in the parking lot, so we had to go to 2 schools.
Right.
One of them was a high school, and the other one was an elementary school.
Right.
It was called Avon Maitland.
Right. Yes, I do remember that.
About a year ago, or a little bit longer, I was organizing that SOS the Americas.
Right.
I wanted to make a stop in Stratford,
Yeah.
and the principal that was there said that on that particular day that school was closed, but he was meaning to contact me because he said, did you know that when Christopher came here last time, one of the students that was here was Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
So now, how do we recapture that moment? Because I've been trying to check out all the video that I have, and I only got what I've sent.
I know. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to find that out. I don't know if I don't know
If your dad might have some extra, or that other guy that was there, he probably burnt it up though.
Oh yeah, that guy was there, Cam and Sarah.
Yeah, but and so
Sam
Merle
or
would be
whatever.
the only connection to
No.
get that.
Well, yeah, I guess so through him.
Yeah.
Merle wouldn't have it.
Okay, so we got to try to. But what I wanted to do was revisit the school.
That'd be
To,
awesome.
yeah, to see if they have any other recollection.
Yeah, I
And then-
I didn't see anyone on the video that had another camera.
No, I don't think so either. But by having the school involved in
Yeah.
this project,
Oh yeah, that would help.
might be able to help us to reach him.
Right.
You know that because who knows, Christopher? You could have been one of his fans at that time, because you remember how all those kids used to want to get your signature on those posters. I mean, how
Yeah,
many
no.
posters did you sign over that hole?
I still got a stack.
You know.
I know. Yeah.
So it's like he could have been one of those
Right.
kids that was there, you
That's
know,
true.
and you just never know. And plus, how many times were you on the front page news?
Yeah.
And his mother probably knows you.
Yeah.
You know,
I still get bugged down the street every day, all the time. Every time a cop pulls me over for nothing, just some random, they'll have to sit there for about 45 minutes talking to me and asking me how I am and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm doing good. So it's a great feeling how people still remember, and I'm in the science textbook for skits as of grade 10. It's a grade 10 biology book. I'm in there for organ donation and through our walk. And they've got a couple questions on us and stuff. It was really honored to do that for McCrae. That is their book.
Yeah. Well,
So
I say that this
Anything
is
happen.
this is something that hardly nobody can ever. You don't know how many times I go, even throughout the day or a month, how many times people are asking about you still, like over there. You know, so I'm sure that there's going to be a very favorable response from his mother, you know, and from him,
Right.
you know, and because you at that time were just front page news. Everybody knew what you were doing at that time,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
so we're gonna do it.
Right.
You know,
Here we are, day 15, I think it is. Day 15. Day 15. Just around March and the worst day of the year so far. Trudging through the snow. On his way to way to what school?
Avon.
Avon.
First we're going to the courthouse. Yeah, it's back in the motorhome.
Fuck off, Billy. Could have at least brought the fucking idiot lights with us. Flashers. They plug in the cigarette lighter and go on top.
The lighter on the window.
Yeah, that's about what we're made of. There it is. A couple kilometers later. The sun's coming on a little bit. Hey, Kris.
Very cold out on my face.
Boy.
This is the worst weather ever.
Don't take off your gloves.
Huh?
Don't take off your gloves.
It's warm.
Let it stay warm. Don't take it off.
Continue along the way. Do you have a little message for Christopher? Good luck. Anybody else have a message for Christopher? Yes.
I hope you get your career.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, man, with your journey.
Listen, and everybody understands the idea behind this is we'd like you to take this message home with you to your parents, and they in turn take it to other people's because those people have the ability to make donations through driver's license, etc. So once again, on behalf of the group, Christopher, thank you for coming and sharing, and a little round of applause for our friends.
Nee, Zellweger.
Do you want to go back out after?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
shines through the room, and kneeling body struggles for the view. With dreams and wishes and prayers, no one should wait for a second chance. At life it's not fair, no.
Unless so long help so hard to find, but not impossible takes faith and time.
But step by step there is hope, awareness growing to those
who can make the difference, go the distance and pass on the torch of life. Life that once was there. Life's road is winding,
journey starts
step by step finding.
Have a chance of living
there
on.
could be no greater wealth. Your final gift is life itself. Your choice may help the family cope. One loss, another's hope.
In 1995, I was told I only had a couple of days to live. My first thoughts were, why me, God? Today I'm still alive because a very special family gave me that precious gift of life. That's why I'm walking 12,000 kilometers across Canada to say thank you and hopefully provide life for others.
Choose life for another's sake, making dreams for life come true. It's a personal thing, it's a choice for you, yeah. For each step one person takes to choose life for another's sake, making dreams for life come true. It's a personal thing, it's a choice for you.